All right, folks, we're finally here. We're finally here to unbox Pat's Christmas present. Years in the making. This package took a turn for the worst. I think the box will kind of describe exactly what was going on here. So we'll bring this box into view. Pat Liu's Christmas present. This gift, it has really blown out of proportion. This thing, I mean, yeah, first sent December 6th, 2016. It's currently March 2019. So, sorry, Pat, didn't quite get it to you. I sent this to Germany, sent this to you, and I was watching it on the USPS services, and it went from Florida up to JFK over to Germany. I forget if it was in Cologne or Berlin where it got turned away, but it didn't quite make it back. And you can see here on the actual box itself, it's first class, but it came back. And then when I was checking online, it apparently went to China. I don't know why, but it was gone for like months. And once it finally came back, the box was a little bit rough for wear, and it just never made it back out again. I couldn't bear. I almost tried to send this box again, in the current state it is, but yeah, it just didn't make it. So instead of sending it to you, Pat, I'm just gonna unbox it here in front of you, and you'll get to live vicariously through a unbox therapy like experience. So I got my knife here to help along with this box. Yeah, doesn't need a knife, not at all. So it's from 3 years ago. We have here, I don't even know what this letter said, but it seems to be, Pat, I'm excited to share this gift with you. I've gone through 2 of them myself, and I've observed the day always seems to be more fruitful when I've used this tool. From some of our messaging, I thought you should give it a try. Merry Christmas, Justin. Handwritten note, circa 2016. Don't need that no more. I do know what this gift is. I still am using them, but I wanted to, some way to share this with you, Pat. So if you can see that there, it is a self-journal. I think we're gonna go all the way in. And we'll get this box out of here as well. All right, so the self-journal. Now I can use my unboxing knife. Hooray for that. If I knew how to use a knife or a pointed edge and not stab myself. There we go. I'm an engineer, I'm not a surgeon, so. Get that cellophane out of here. There we go. So the self-journal, just, encouraging you to sign up for the team. So it comes with two different things. You have the journal itself. You have a goal planner. Ends up going on your wall. It's actually quite lengthy. It covers a full 13-week period. You can see through here, Monday through Sunday, you're doing a targeted 13-week plan to get through a goal. This is ideal for actually getting through a particular goal that you've set for yourself. Make sure that you hit it every day. Really good for a continuous practice type scenario. I've never actually used that myself, and I've used this only as a daily planner to make sure that I can kind of keep on top of stuff and I don't let things get away from me. So what we're looking at here in this planner is, your normal part, leave your name at the beginning, go through it, describing how this is supposed to work, helpful little quotes throughout. Those are actually kind of fun. There's a lot of like buy-in to their process up front. to the tune of like probably 27 pages before you actually get to something where you can enter it in yourself. And even the first couple ones are just the 13-week roadmap and like month calendars. We're not even into the day of stuff yet. It's interesting because 3 years ago this was relevant, but currently it has a bit of a different outlook than it currently does, which is I'm kind of surprised. Okay, no, I was mistaken. We start out with a month. We start out with a month plan, so you can kind of outline where you're at. I forget what that month is. Here we go with the months. This is 13 weeks. You're going to span a little over 3 months with a high level plan, and then you get down to your weekly plans. Oh, and here we got Broja joining us. Broja doesn't have any idea of boundaries and really just likes to sit on stuff. So, hey Broja, I'm gonna have to. Yep, you're just gonna sit there. All right, you're sitting on a knife. I'm gonna save you from yourself. There we go, Broja. All right. I'll keep this short. The main crux of this notebook, what I find valuable, are these 2 pages. These 2 pages here, left side is the hours of the day that you have to work with. The bottom part here, morning I'm grateful for, 3 things. I guarantee you, for me, every single day, that's coffee is one of them. The big goal up top helps you keep a long-term plan in focus. Normally, for myself, Broja's going to join us again in a second. Now she's going to make another appearance. Normally, for myself, that goal is mindfulness focused. Oh boy, Broja, you're really. I mean, we're trying to do a thing here, Broja. We can't have this. You're too fluffy for this scene. Broja's not a fan of when I am not petting her. Like when I'm touching a book or a computer, not a fan, and she has to insert herself into the situation. So my goal up here ends up being like a mindfulness goal that's like a long-term process for me. Usually my 3 right now, making sure to breathe fully and then prioritize and then execute. At various times I had editing goals in mind, but those are the long-term ones that you want to make sure you're not forgetting about from a day-to-day basis. Today's targets, man, 3 things, never enough for me. I always end up putting like a 4th and a 5th, but anything more than 5 and I'm never going to finish them. Quotes are always good. Lessons learned, I barely fill out. Wins, I barely fill out. But tonight I'm grateful for, so you got a morning gratefulness, you got an evening gratefulness, and I'm not the best at filling out the full book. Once I complete the intro section and the grateful section and the goal and the targets, I'm pretty much good. So I go up to this gray line here, and that really makes my day more productive when I go through the process of filling it out. And that was something I thought you might enjoy, Pat, while you were working through some of the goals I know you yourself target. So that is itself the self journal. I never realized that it's from a company called Best Self, which is a little, egocentric, living my best life, a little too close for comfort for me, but I think you get the idea. This is a good tool. I would recommend it if you wanted to go out and find one. I believe they're selling in Germany now. I think it's like $30. It's really nice fabric material on there, and it's simple. It doesn't have a lot of gimmicks to it, at least the way I use it, and that's what I got for you, Pat. Merry Christmas. Sorry it took 3 years, buddy. All right, Broja. I got pets for you. All right, Pat, I wanted to throw a quick behind the scenes look at how I set up the unboxing of your Christmas present from 2016. I pulled out all the stops here. This is my full setup. I think I got everything. All my gear is set up right now, minus the gimbal. and I'm using every device I have. So let's walk through it real quick. So I'm in my kitchen in my apartment. It's, Leah's not living here, so it's kind of taking a bachelor assembly of just stuff randomly. I'm also selling everything. Broja's running about like crazy, running off, doing her crazy stuff. So first off, I got my table, and I got this nice blue patterned moving blanket I've had for years now. This overhead light setup, I have a chandelier which I'm not using, but it's basically a softbox umbrella, which is just I'm so happy with it. And I have my 2 lights going in. I think I'm a little bit I'm at 5,500 Kelvin, and the light temperature is a little bit warmer, but they're being extended off of very cleverly angled light poles. My secondary light pole here is being used to hold up a counterweight system that actually has the overhead filming rig, and it's the one that's recording the audio using a Moment wide angle lens. But that's being repeated over here on the iPad. You can see how that gives me an idea of what that camera sees, and I can use this as a bit of a pivot with a decent range of motion, but the wall kind of keeps it in place from going too far. Audio solution is just the Rode VideoMic Go. It's a tiny shotgun that doesn't have any power in or power out. And then I'm using an extra work phone to record the, I guess it's the A camera, since I got my B camera overhead with a lens. But this took me I was thinking about it for a week. It took me about an hour to set it up, and it's quite a bit of fun. So thanks for watching, Pat.